I check on the got it. So we have to give permission, and then okay.
What I can see is British Islands chat, but there is no English people in here.
Well, yeah. What Adriana is she in?
Adriana is not in yet. No.
Okay, no problem. Because I know she's a host for Saturday, right? In London.
Exactly. Yes, in her house in London. Will be on Saturday at 6. So I open and copy the link to put it in the. Okay, one. So I copy in the chat and I put it in the Telegram too, like this. Okay, remains. And okay, now is the YouTube. And
very good.
1 second. Will be on Saturday at 6. Yeah, I have to turn off the volume. Copy the link to put it in the. Okay. One. Okay. So I copy in the chat and I put it in the Telegram too, like this. Remains and okay, now is the YouTube. And okay. Attention, who is taking the YouTube on? Take off the volume, please. Yeah, you have to turn off. Okay. 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 Okay, we can start. Ready? Okay, so I will start. Maybe I do a little introduction and then we stop and see about the question, what everybody have. Okay, so we're going to talk about few things. Let's see what is going. OPPT, One People's Public Trust, and who is I am, that this concept that unifies any one of us. So what I'm going to tell you is my own research. Obviously, we are now developing a lot of study groups, and
the volume is not so much, but yeah.
No, the volume not good. No, it's better. Yes, it's good. Volume. Okay, so we are developing, you know, it's trial and error. So we relate with the system, see what the system do, and then in relation of that, we go further and we do more stuff. At the moment, we are developing parallel documents for specific situations, you know, based on all these OVPT actions and natural law. So the key point is that I will try to give to you the main I can, but at the same time, I ask to you to do your own research, you know. Okay, so now it's a breaking point. Okay, so if we take the red pill, we decide to see what is beyond the rabbit hole. Yeah, and what it says in metrics, but it's applying for us also, like everyone else. We were born into slavery. You're born in a prison that is that you cannot smell, taste, or touch. It's a prison for your mind. Yes. So all this system, and we can see even today that all the rules, they decide the rule, and everybody go in the car with the mask, you know, with no one around, and you see why you are doing this. You know, everybody is taking the prison in their own mind. So the war is in our minds. Yes. So how everything starts? Yes, this starts with the birth certificate. Yeah, in the birth certificate, they create the legal fiction. Yes, later we're going to see more in detail how it is. They create the legal fiction, and they create a record. Yes, every time we consent to apply to a record, we accept the record jurisdiction. Yes, this is structural. Yeah, so means that the record became the legal jurisdiction of the thing we put it in the record. So what we do, our parents, they don't know, and they create a birth certificate, and this birth certificate is a trust. Yes, it's an implicit trust, mean that it's not declared, but we create the trust. This is the trust structure. Yes, we have a settler that is okay. Here is wrong. It is the living child. Yes, originally. So from the living child, so this is the wrong one. But okay, so I explained. So the concept is that yes, the living child is the settler, the disponent. Yes, who have the goods. Yeah, the goods is the body. Yes, and the administrator is the government. The government propose to the living child this structure, the birth certificate, and say, okay, I give you as a beneficiary. Here, the beneficiary is the legal fiction. Yes, controlled by the government. Yes, the government is have the copyrights of the legal fiction. Yes, and then the fund of the trust is the bond, the collateral. Yes, that is made in force of the living child. Yes, so what they do, they create another. Yeah, we know exactly what happens, for example, in Italy. Yes, in Italy, you have a birth certificate. This birth certificate travel to a military office, and this is Carabinieri. That is a kind of police, but at the same time it's military. So inside there, the questura, they create another document linked with the birth certificate, and these other documents travel to Luxembourg. Yes, and in Luxembourg goes to the boards, and then this travels to Washington DC. So they create another document, a kind of value, and generally seems like started from $2.5 million of dollars. Yes, for anyone newborn in the Western world. So they create this ideal value we're going to make during our life. Yes, so every time we go to the bank, before the OBBT Act, we create the money, with our sign. We sign the documents, and our sign is creating the money. Yes, the money they give to us, they don't have. We are creating that. And once they was taking, before 2012, they was taking this money from the bond, from the collateral, and at the same time, they asked it to us to give back this money. Yes, so everything is based on fraud. What happened? They create this birth certificate, and after the 7 years old, the child is declared dead. This comes from the Sestuike V Act. Yes, this was another trust created in 1666 in London, in the city of London, after the big fire. They created all the modern legal fiction, and this was to transfer the law of the sea into the land. Yes, this was because the Vatican and Venice was in war, one between the other. So Vatican was using the Spanish crown, against Venice, and Venice was using England to do this war against Spain. Yes, so it's everything about control. So how we okay, no, this is the letter. How we recognize the legal fiction. The legal fiction is created by something called the minutio capitis maxima. Yes, so it's a legal status coming from the ancient Roman law, and this the minutio capitis maxima. It was three type of the minutio. Capitis, capo means head. Yes, the minutio is the lower. Yeah, and max in this case it was the maximum, the minor, and the minimum. Yes, these three kinds of the minutio. Yes, to lower your own head. You know, when you have the minutio capitis maxima, you lost all your rights. And in the old Roman law, this was the way as was signing into the documents, into the records, the slaves. Yes, so if you have a few slaves, you put their names in capital letters, and also you can give a name to the famulus. You know that we talk about the family, right? Family. Family comes from the Latin word famulus, that means groups of slaves with hungry. Yes, so that's why, for example, in Italian, hungry means the word is fame. Yes, also it's related with fame. You know, you want to be fame. Yeah, you are hungry about it. Yeah, you are something that is ambitious, but at the same time you are desperate for. Yeah, so it's so every time the church says the Christian family, they are talking about slaves. Yes, because they keep this secretly for them. At the same time, the other important thing to know is that the okay, from famulus. Okay, I want to say something, but I forgot. Extra. Okay, any question till here? It's clear? Some doubt? No?
Ale?
Yes.
Sí, sorry, I'm Jonah from Argentina. Just something to add. The family original is the people who is property of the owner Roman, del amo romano. No sé cómo se dice en inglés.
It calls pater familias. Yes, like the landlord. Yeah. This was transferred. This was the same concept from the Roman, was transferred to the medieval feudal system, and so the landlord in the feudal system was the pater familias in the Roman law. I remind now what I wanted to say, that only slaves have surname or family name. If you see the queen, she doesn't have a surname. She's from Windsor. Before she was from another place in Germany. Right? So any royal, they don't have the family name. They have only a few names, several names, and then they put as a main way of being recognized the name of some land they have, and they decide to say, okay, I'm from Windsor. Okay, Elizabeth from Windsor, but it's not her family name. Yes, only us. We have family name, so that's important to start to understand. Yeah. Okay, I continue. No other questions and stuff. Okay, so how have been made all this structure? Okay, the from the ancient Roman legal system. When the church rise and became the Roman Empire becomes Christian, what happened is that they created the canon law. Yes, so the canon law is the base of the modern law. Yeah, even so they set different stuff, like for example, the law does not admit ignorance, so we cannot be ignorant about the law. Yeah, so we can claim we can every time we have any arguing with someone in the law, we can say to them that they cannot be ignorant of the law. The other thing is they developed the concept that in Roman legislation doesn't exist, that the silent consent or acquiescence. Yes, so if you don't reply, for example, means that you accept. This other legislation, like German legislation, that they don't set up as a base, for example, the acquiescence. Yes, depends. That's why we use, when we propose a unidirectional contract to the system, we said, if you don't reply, you accept my contract. Yes. So this is the okay. This is the base stuff. So what happens in the canon law was there is a big relation with the spiritual side also, and in the Roman, in the ancient law, only the spiritus has all the rights. Yes, that's why we are claiming this.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, Alejandro, I have a friend of mine just gone in. He said he can't hear anything for some reason. That's
you can't hear.
No, I can hear. My friend cannot.
So
he just came in. He just sent me a message on the chat, and he said he can't hear anything. That's Arigelis Christofi.
It's only him or somebody else?
Well, he just told me. He just told me. And to be honest, I can see that his microphone is not even doesn't show. It's not showing on his.
So somebody else have audio problems with me? No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe him.
It's okay, Ale. It's okay.
Everything is okay here.
We can hear you well here.
We can hear you very well.
It's okay here.
So he can watch it later, maybe.
Yes,
okay.
on YouTube. Yes, thank you, Spyros. Okay, so I was in the canon law. Okay, what happens now? The canon law is the base of the modern law, and we have a special, canon that is the Tenor Codex Iuris Canoni 1332. This canon talk about the prohibition of interdictum. Yes, what is that? This is equivalent to being forbidden. Yes, so being worried, amazed, or dismayed. So what means that every time we identify ourselves with the birth certificate or with the ID or with the driver license, passport, any kind of legal fiction, we are committed the crime of interdictum. So means we are considered dumb, stupid, confused, disoriented, so we are not able to manage ourselves. That's why all the base of the modern system is the legal fiction, but the explanation of what it is not in the modern system. It's in the base of the system. That is the canon law. That's why, for example, for a case, we need a lawyer. We cannot talk about ourselves. Why? Because we are considered under the crime of interdictum. We are considered in interdictum. Yes, so we are not able, we are dumb, stupid, confused, so we are not able to take care of ourselves. That's why we always need somebody else who represent us. Yes, so understand how is made the system. At the same time, the lawyers was the first who have been lying, even first than us, because lawyer or attorney is from 16th centuries, and the Latin word is to or from, turn around. So it means that implicitly the attorney, we are transferring our rights to him. So every time we go with the attorney or with the lawyer, we already signed the contract with the system, but that we are in interdictum, and we are transferring, we are turning around our rights to him. Yes, so we are not consent to have our own rights. Yes, so this is like the system works. Same as barrister, it's a little bit more higher kind of legal figure, but comes from the Latin word baro, means ignorant, incompetent, and pas bar and ister or stare, sto, means a stand or take a stand. So it means to represent an ignorant or an incompetent. So they're always laughing about us. Okay. So the legal fiction also is called legal imputation center. Means that everything that happens goes there, and if we recognize with the legal fiction, if we consent to be call it as the legal fiction, we accept to be the legal imputation center. So any kind of crime committed, we accept to pay for it. Yes. Question? Also, somebody's talking.
Can I say something? I'm so sorry about that, because
Sure,
I have
sure.
been in few groups and I have been through the same procedure. Now, the knowledge that we got is about the birth certificates, because birth in English, it actually means the shipping that it comes to at the docks. So we are considered like lost in the sea. That's why they're using the maritime law,
Yeah.
the law of the sea, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's probably both are right, because these are hidden knowledge in England. Though they do know that, they know about the straw man, that we are
Yes.
fiction, we are not real people, we are
Sure.
soulless. So
The same.
if we consider, yeah,
It's the same concept. A straw man is the legal code.
the fiction.
It's a legal fiction. Yeah. It's the same. Exactly the same stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We generally like in the legal terminology is legal fiction. But in the common way of saying is the straw man. Yeah, I didn't have the time to put a voodoo doll.
No problem. And that's why because we consider lost in the sea, because we don't declare ourselves at 7 years old, as you said, very good. And we consider that we cannot speak. That's why we need someone to speak for us, because we are not real for them.
Exactly.
Nice.
So because
much.
you take no, I take the profit to talk about this. Where started this concept of being considered lost in the sea? Yeah. So started from the Pope.
Yeah.
Bonifacio VIII. Yeah, Bonifacio VIII. This is an image of the Divine Comedy, and he's Bonifacio. Yes, put it in the inferi. Yes, Divine Comedy from Dante Alighieri.
I'll write it down.
And yes, in the hell, put it in the hell, and he was still alive. So that's why Dante was kicking out from Florence, because of putting the Pope into the hell. Yes, but why he put the Pope into the hell? Because the Pope created the first trust that it calls Sestui Cevi. No, sorry, it's called Unam Sanctam Ecclesiam. Yes, was a papal bull, and what he said: in this Papa Bull. He said, God is the settler, yes, and give the whole existence, the whole universe, the whole world to the Pope as an administrator and as a beneficiaries also. And the trust fund is the whole world and all his inhabitants. Yes. So happens he make this bull, and he created this image like the first church was the Noah Ark. Yes. And because was everything lost in the sea, the only one who was over the sea was the church. And because of that, when the water goes, the church is the owner of the whole land because they was given by God, and all the rest of the humanity is lost in the sea. Yeah.
And all souls belong to Pope.
Also, sorry.
He said, and then he said, all souls belong to Pope or to the church.
He made them the different popes made other bulls. You know, the Una Santa was the first one. You know, he declared the owner of everything. Then they created another one, Aeternis Regis.
Explain bulls. Sorry about that, because I understand it's not English, isn't it?
Yeah. Bulls is like a document released by the Pope. You know, like a declaration. You know.
Okay.
Here it is. And seems to be made by human skin. So seems to be made by human skin. So this is a black
child
magic,
skins.
Oh, human child skin. Horrible.
Child skins, actually,
yes.
baby child skins. Actually,
I didn't want it to be so hard, but yes, that's what.
No, be straight, brother. Be
but
straight.
the truth is the truth. It's hard, but the truth is true.
We need the truth. The truth is cruel. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think they know about the morphogenetic, fields. That everything you do something to one of us, this memory is transferred to any of us. So if you do to the most pure entity, that is the kind child, you are transferring this into anyone. So that's why this energy, it's also an energetic prison, so what happens? This
it's like a black magic. It's close
like
to black magic.
And casually, the English law of law, the English law book dictionary, because Black's dictionary.
Yeah, black law.
Black law. But blacks is blacks because it's the author is black, so it's blacks. Yeah, but it's casualty. I don't know. He casually calls black.
Yeah, all is casual.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Black's Law dictionary. So okay, so yes, they did few other trusts in other bulls, where in one they declare the honor of the souls, and there they created the baptism. With the baptism they created the trust that declare they are the owner of the soul of the man. So we have to do these magical acts that they put the cross in the front, put the cross in the solar plexus. When you are a little child, you don't know anything, and they close your energetic point and they say, the soul is mine, your soul is mine. So this is like the origin of this. So they took several centuries to develop all this system. So now we do jump, and because we were going to see in other videos more in detail all these things. Now it's just a first introduction to start to take conscience of where we are living. Where we believe we are living in some place, and it's completely another world. And as we know, maybe I have here. Let me see. As we know, we have three important capitals. You know, we have the Vatican, that is is a small city, square mile. We have the city of London, that is another jurisdiction outside of UK. Yeah, it's not part of the UK. It's not part, even the Queen need to ask permission to join, to go. And then we have Washington DC, that was called when they found it, they was called Little Rome. Yes. In any of those, there is an obelisk. Even in the Vatican, we have in the center, we have a real Egyptian obelisk. But you say, what do you have to with this, with the Christians? You know, an Egyptian obelisk. And if you see from the top, this is the Vatican Square. You see the Ishtar sign. That is a Sumerian symbol.
Is that the star of Ishtar? She was a female goddess. Yeah, Ishtar.
Exactly. The same we can see in the English flag, also in the British flag. Same star, you know.
Oh yes, yes.
Same thing. And if you see from the top, the Vatican is a keyhole. You see. And the shield of the Vatican is a shield of keys, two keys, one for the material world and one from the soul, for the spiritual world.
Oh, fantastic! And even in Matrix, there was a key man, the guy with a lot of keys.
Yes, the Merovingian. Exactly.
Oh yes. Oh my God, fantastic.
Yeah, they tell you the truth. They tell you everything. You know, in the movies, they tell you everything.
Inside. They make fun of us,
Yes. For example, you see here in the Vatican, you see City of London, Domine dirige nos. Domine dirige nos. This is the shield of the City of London. Why it might have a Latin words in the English, supposedly English, you know? Domine means God. God lead us. That's what it means.
Oh, left us. God left us.
Led us. Yes.
It leads us. Meaning leading. Sorry.
Leading. Yes, leading. God lead us.
Oh, he left us. Well, all right. Oh my God.
If your leader, God is your leader.
God is our leader. It's like Americans say, "God in God we trust."
No, in God we trust is in the banknote, you know. But in the London shield, here said Domine dirige nos, means God leads us. But you know, which God? We don't know, because they have
correct.
We don't know which God. You see, they do signs here around. Anyway, for example, even in Argentina, if you see, we have an obelisk too. If you see from the top, the obelisk, you know, square, you might see, even with the street, you might see the Horus eye. You see?
Unbelievable, man! Unbelievable! My God!
Wow!
For Icelandic people, the obelisk in Iceland, Reykjavik. Yes.
I mean, I feel I knew a lot, but you know, you're adding my knowledge, brother. God bless you. Oh my God!
So this just to start, you know, to play with the thing. But I want to go now to the SEC, you know, to see. So now we talk about the Washington DC, and so because we have Washington DC is an like independent country. It's not part of United States. So once we have you see the obelisk, the water. You know, they need the water to connect with the entities, and we have one specific organization in Washington DC. We have the Settlement and Exchange Commission. Yes, it's a record for companies, and what happens is that, for example, United Kingdom is under the SEC jurisdictions, yes, and they tell you, they declare You see, United Kingdom is regulated by the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. For financial reporting, the fiscal year ends on December 31st. This page includes the SEC registration details as well as the list of all documents. And then you can go there and check the search of the SEC calls Edgar, and you might see that what it means that we talk about once you have a record, if you put yourself in the record, you accept the jurisdiction of the record, yes? And also, because we think, for example, United Kingdom, all the other countries, they are states, right? State of rights, they used to call, no? Yeah, they are not state of right because they, under the jurisdiction of the SEC, they become corporations. They are not countries, they are not states, they are corporations.
Yeah. Corp is a body, it's a dead body, the corp.
Exactly, yeah, it's a dead body. Here is the old, in case of Argentina, we have an extra number because UK have only the SIC number, but in case of Argentina, Italy, and different other countries, they have this other SIC with the CSEC number 8888 for foreign governments, means that is completely under the control of United States. Just, Okay, so the Security and Exchange Commission is regulated, but their own independent legal code, yes? This code calls Uniform Commercial Code, or UCC. Yes, somebody listen about this?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I'm doing the mastering the unit, the UCC. I'm on it like a few days now. Yeah.
So you can apply it all over the world.
Yes, and I'm also, I can I say something that I believable. Yeah. I grew up with the Bible, and I found out that the uniform, the UCC is like it's based. It's because it's a legal document, really, the Bible, because it's between God and human, and then evil came and challenged that the relationship, and it's amazing what the correlation that I see.
Yes, absolutely.
It's lovely. So I feel so blessed. I mean, I'm in the right place, of course, but it's so much knowledge though for other people to understand because I'm familiar with the Bible. I have it always. I grew up with it. So when it says about the contract, when it's challenging and it speaks about the book of Job in the UCC, I said, oh my God, because it was an argument and an answer in the book. So it's exactly why when you have the courtesy notice, when somebody's challenging you something, that you have to answer every little one back, right? In order to be considered as a fair trial, let's say, or a contract. It's a contract. Yeah.
Everything is contract. That's the thing. Everything is contract.
Beautiful,
and
beautiful.
Since the Jewish, we did the contract with God, So they take because they wanted. Because they got these people follow, in the Vatican, and these people, they don't follow the God we follow. They don't follow Jesus. They don't follow.
They don't really know. No, they don't know.
They follow other gods, But this is the storytelling they made for us, And they take the ancient knowledge, and they, created a nice storytelling and put it in the book. And creating as a base,
divide and conquer.
Exactly.
But in the Bible it's actually right if only if you know it. Or that's why the UCC is referring to it. That's what I've seen. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I had. I had the mastering the UCC, and it's referring to everything. But what it is, the truth is, nobody knows because that the true name of God, it was taken off the Bible. And in Hebrew, it means I am who I am.
Yes.
That's what the God's name is, the Yahweh. It means I am who I am.
Who I am, yes.
Yes. But people never knew that. I knew it since I was 5 years old, It's a beautiful thing. But, because my dad, God bless him,
That's why, for example, one of the document, the first document to self-determination is the will and the word of I am.
Yes.
Because we declare ourselves eternal essence, and we declare our I am, our being here. are being present in the present, and yes, and it's a slide of mouse play,
Mm-hmm. And
so,
the UCC is based on that, and it's the base of everything, right?
Yes, yeah, the UCC is based on Admiralty law. It's based on Admiralty law, and so they have a and okay, so yeah, so now we are going to see more the structural side, really, not really going too deep, so because there is a lot of understanding and study, and so ideally, the study, the UCC was created for rules the companies and the commercial interaction, contracts between companies, between corporations in the United States. So we can imagine the SEC as a box, black box, like they like to follow the black box, Saturn. And we put everything here. So, and the code who rules this box is the UCC, yes? Based on Admiralty law and related with the canon law, with the Bible, taking information from here and there, and they creating it. And also it's really clear, the UCC code. It's well done, really well done. So we have these corporations, and we put inside, and that's right, no problem, But what happens is that we have, at the same time, we have governments, any governments. So we have a legal order. 1 second, Beata, I let you talk. Just finish the concept. So we have this legal concept, legal and universal law, the natural law. Then we have the international treaties, constitution, commercial and positive law, administrative law, common law, all these things, So we take all this relation between the countries, and we put it inside the box. So the box, the countries to be states, to be standing, becomes corpse. So to be vertical becomes dead body. Yeah. Imagine that one of the proposals for the North American flag was with the vertical lines, but strangely finished it with horizontal lines. Because it's a corpse, it's a dead body.
That hit. Yeah, he's lying. Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah, and what happens? We have the code that rules the box, that is over everything, over all the other laws of the men. Not the natural law. It's not the law of the men, but international treatments. Sorry, this is in Spanish. Constitution. Yeah, sorry. This was here. Okay. So all this stuff, constitution, commercial and positive law, common law, administrative acts, everything finish under the UCC. That's why we can use all over the world in 195 countries the UCC code.
Yeah.
Even if
I'm sure, I think Cyprus is in it, even though it's a small island, because we have the British.
British colony. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
should be.
Yeah, it is. Maybe you have to contact with the.
I am.
You are with the.
I am in the OPPT of Cyprus and also in Greece. That's how it started, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
That's why we're here now.
I did few meetings with them in the beginning. With the. Yes, nice people.
Sotiris, yeah, with Sotiris.
Sotiris.
Andrea, yes.
Exactly. He's doing a nice job.
Nice, beautiful. We're all family already, brother. Nice one. Very good.
So what happens when 3 people discover this? That any country was under the record as corporations. They created the trust, that the OPPT trust, one people public trust, and they put everything inside the trust, and they foreclose everything. They foreclose all the system, So the key point is if we claim to be living men, eternal soul. Sorry, this is because I I took from the wrong copy from the wrong one. Okay, so we are outside of the trust. We can claim for everything. We have the rights for claim for everything, applying the OPPT documents plus, all the things. We need to do a nice job. But as Einstein said, to find
what
the solution,
universal means. Yeah, it's not a worldwide; it's a universal.
Exactly.
Not in any guess.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we are placing ourselves out in the whole universe as we are part of the whole universe and not just in a box. So
Yes.
okay, I get it more better now. With these pictures, it's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. The idea is to keep the concept simple for now.
And beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if we keep doing all the time the same, expecting for another result, that is insanity, right?
Yes. Yes, correct.
And
Einstein, yeah.
Einstein, and also he said, no problem can be solved with the same consciousness that created. So that's why the system is here, and we have to be outside the system with the mindset to solve the problem we are. If we continue to be inside, the problems, we don't put in another position, that the position is the living man, but also the position is the eternal soul. This because what make the modern legal system dissociated the spiritual side of the man from the material side. Yeah, and what we have is just material, and the living man, the spiritual, is not recognized, but they say it doesn't exist. Yeah, then we have all the Big Bang theory, the evolutionary theory. Everything is a theory, but they treat as it's demonstrated that it's a law, and they pretend to put ourselves only in the material side. We don't recognize this else, that in the old times everybody knew,
Yeah, material world, very good. Yes.
So I stop here for now to just reply some questions. I don't know if there is some question.
I have a specific question, to be honest.
Yes.
Because I understand that in our declaration, I have all the documents and downloaded them. I need to print them, obviously, and then make my signatures. Now, so if you can see by my name in Telegram, it says with my month, because the OPPT trust is on the one on the Constitution of America, right? For the freedom and everything. So the American date, I don't know in other. I mean, you're from Argentina, brother?
No, we do the same. Everyone. Also, we do in the American
way. The month first. You put the month first.
The IAM code. The IAM code. You're talking about the IAM code.
I mean, in England, we don't. In Cyprus, we don't use the month first. Normally, but I know that's why they say 9/11 for the 11th of September in America. So I have to put the month first. But my question is, if I am, because my initials, unfortunately, is SS, because I'm Spiro. So I am SS, but I'm not SS, like Hitler, I mean, I can't, every time I say it, it feels weird, because I don't know what others you feel. Anyway, so I am SS, but it could be any SS that can be that day. I mean, I was born on the August 18, 1982. So can it be another one? Of course, I realized later, because it was a question of a friend of mine. She said, so if you go and claim something, how are you going to be different? Well, I remember that you put your fingertip, right? Yes. So that's your difference. So even you have the same,
That's different. This is like a code Heather created, to create a kind of a standard, I think, to create a kind of standard to make it, a compressed version of your name that is a kind of claim of connected with your autograph, you know. But the real thing is we are informing with our own energy the documents. So at the moment, we follow documents. You know, we have the documents, so we have to go to cross borders. We need the passport, and I pass the passport, and then I follow the passport. Here is the opposite. We are the real one. We are the real one, and eventually we can use a document just to demonstrate we are this. But you know, we can.
We are known as this. That's how they know us. But this is who I am.
Exactly. So this is an expression of ourselves. It's not we follow the document, we create the documents, you know. But we have to arrive to this concept. It's about, you know, to embody the power of the I am, you know.
Yes.
I said that Beata have a hand rising hand. Renata?
Hello, everybody.
Beata.
Hello, Alejandro.
Hello.
I just want to find like some people also on our chat. I mean, British Island. They suggest us like to use UCC1 and to cover all our debts, bills, stuff like that. And I just wonder because of like for me, I'm not that good in UCC system anyway. However, I have feeling like they try to
Cover all UCC.
2 seconds. They try to create a new trust.
Yes.
UCC1. Do you think
exactly.
so?
Yes.
Because that's very important for us, and I think we need to speak about that because of that. It's not our way. That's not my way. I'm sure for 100%. That's not my way.
I just
whoever we need to because of what. Sorry. That is the people sometimes are confused. They couldn't feel. They just listen. They just see, and because of we can feel that we are. We have the better way that we can use, but some people can be confused, and that's good moment to clarify the situation, what they can expect, because of that's not the same as OPPT. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
What is another?
I can talk a little bit about it. I saw it just today, the UCCC1 document that you talk about, and I said, oh, so weird, because I knew that after the OPPT action, the UCC is foreclosed. What means really? Means that we can use, but they cannot say to us we cannot to use, because legally we have the right to use, you know. But they created a new records based on London, City of London, and they call it UCC1. And if you join this UCC1, you know, you will be joining a new legal fiction. So they will create a new collateral, and they will do all these things. For example, we can talk about this process. For example, you know that in Italy, in Spain, in Cyprus, in Malta, there is the people coming from Africa, you know, with the boats. Yes,
correct.
And correct. When they are in the sea, the people say, throw it away all your passport, all your documents. Arrive with no documents. So what happens? When they arrive from the sea, they are living men. And if the police get them, they will give, for example, in Italy, we see that they give them money every day. They give you phone, they give you food, they give you a house, they give you everything. Why? Because they are living men. Okay. They have rights.
This is
They
the
have all
answer.
the rights.
We were all, everybody was complaining in Cyprus, in Italy, in Greece, because it's happening in all the Mediterranean,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because we're on the top of Africa. So everybody was complaining because we knew that they were having like everything they needed. They had more than we had.
Why?
You know what I mean?
Because they are living men. Because they are living men.
Unbelievable. Great.
That's why.
Such an
That's
explanation.
why.
Thank you very much, brother. Oh my God. So what about the UCC one again, though? The UCC one.
So wait. Doesn't finish there. What happened then?
Okay.
You have in Cyprus and in Italy, they took some of these people, and they say, okay, we're going to give you the Italian documents or the Cyprus documents or whatever,
Yeah.
And what they do, they create a new legal fiction at this point. So they create a collateral because they cannot accede to our collateral because of the UCC OPPT action. So that the collateral they cannot use, So we can talk about all this economical way later, But basically, they are, they are creating new legal fictions from these people to replace, the people who is declaring in the old time was declaring themselves self-sovereign, But now they are desperate to, to create money from somewhere. So.
Oh yeah.
For example, the other thing.
Claim their money.
Yes. I can tell you more. I know a guy in Mexico who do urban developments. So this guy was with the mayor of some area in Mexico, and they asked money from the FMI. They asked from FMI some funds to do houses and the urban stuff. And he was in the meeting with the guy, and the first question asked for was, how many people you have here? And he said, we have 200,000 people. Oh, great. So how much money you want? This money. Okay, so he divide the money in these people say, okay, so is this money for these people? Okay, no problem. So I can give you. Why? Because they take this money from the collateral and give it to the major. Understand? So, and he was seeing in real life what was happening. He didn't knew, but when I explained, he said, oh, I saw in real life this happening. I saw it for real. So they do this kind of games, with the thing. So the money is based of the living men. So now at this moment we know, for example, the people in Argentina who get the job, they give a new citizenship number.
Really?
In Spain, in August, all the Spanish document expired, like this. They decide to expire. And now who will going to do the document in Spain? The European Union. So if you want to do your document in Spain, that is already expired by law for them, you have to claim through the European Union. Why? Where is based the record of the European Union? Probably in UCC 1, in the city of London. That is also out of Europe too. UK is out of Europe, and the city of London is out of UK. So they play this game of Chinese boxes. Put something in the box and another box and another box all the time. So they are playing these games constantly.
So you know what? I'm a little bit confused because I think I was reading on the IAM. I was reading about the UCC 1, and now you're telling me that it should not be UCC 1, right? I should not refer to UCC 1 when I'm declaring the IAM, right?
No. You can use, but I said the record, the code that there is a UCC, and then you have UCC 1308, for example, without prejudice, right? So this is one code you can use.
I can use it.
But they created the UCC one that rules the city of London. You know,
All right.
like it's a kind of copy of the UCC of Washington DC, but they move, you know, the record to the city of London. So any new legal fiction they create, they will base there. I don't know. The game they're playing.
I did follow my. I found there was a link that I can send it to you that I follow because in England we have this the national insurance number. So for my national insurance number, I calculated my account of my taxes, and from my taxes, I found my IBAN that is being used. And it was sent to America, and the IBAN has the city name in it, and there is a city bank in America that it gets the money from City of London, from the taxes. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. I followed until there. Obviously, I'm not going to get out of it something, but I confirmed online that my IBAN was right. The new IBAN that I got coming out from my national insurance number. Man, it's crazy. But it's the truth. That's what it is. The thing is to get out of it.
Exactly. Yes. The thing is to get out of it. Cristiano, you want to add something? No?
No. Is everything perfect like this? I'm working to my stuff in the same moment I'm hearing you. You are connected totally with me. So what you're saying is what I think, you know.
Thank you. No, just in case you wanted to have something. Cristiano will be in London with me this Saturday.
Very good, beautiful.
So if
you will be in London with me.
I will be in London with Cristiano, and Cristiano will be in London with me. So it's reciprocity.
So you will be, both of you, in London with us, right? Because we're in London, so you're coming to us.
Exactly.
All right,
so I will go a little more on the explanation, like more general about OPPT, and I think it will be enough for today. No?
Yes, for
yeah,
the first, I don't know, yeah.
For the first meeting. Yeah. So I show you now here how we can reject fines. Yes. So we have the courtesy notice, but we can also, on the same fine, we can, yes, I put it on the trust, you know, the Pope trust, but we can take every fine, for example, is a contract proposal. So it doesn't mean that once arrived, we have to pay. No, they propose you, you did this, and you will have to pay because we decided, you know, we decided that we take just a line, we take the street, we put the line, and this line is ours. We decided it's ours. And if you put your car there, and I give you just certain time, and you stay more, you have to pay to me because this place where I put the line is mine. This is the concept. If you think about it, it's crazy, you know. Who tells to the city that this is them? This is ours. So come on.
Them.
Yeah. So they cannot to obligate you to pay. They propose you, you know, a fine, but they put you in this way that is, you know, is heavy way. So everybody got fear of that. So we can do this. We can put, I reject this contract proposal without injury or without prejudice. UCC 1308. This is the code of without prejudice. And under 9, they consent to transfer and treatment of my data, not negotiable. Yes. And then from the other side, we put I am in honor. The I am code. Oh, something here. I put it wrong. Okay, so it's I am. Name as a name, you know, the name.
The initials, yeah, the initials.
Yes, exactly. The I am code, and we use the autograph in purple and with the stamp in red. Yes, purple because in the canonic codes, purple is the color of the soul. The blue is the color, or we can also use blue because it's a commercial transaction. The blue is the commercial way. So mostly when we don't want to, you know, to use the soul, we just want to, you know, do some little business, we can use the blue ink.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh, let me put that down. It's nice, very good. Extra information.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
Please, Alejandro, this nullification of contract is the same way that I could use to nullify the mandatory vaccination for the personal health, because
you can, but I think they, you know, the thing is that you need to know how to play with the law, and at the same time they can enforce, because they are not listening. You know why? Because if we send this to a judge, the judge knows the law and he say, oh, somebody who knows the law, okay, I will apply. But if you send this to a manager of a shop or a director of the hospital or whatever, you know, they don't know anything about the law, and they believe the law of the government. So what we are doing at the moment, and for example, I show you now like this, everybody can see. One little solution can be, and I don't say that this will be a solution, but can be a solution. Let me see here. Wait. Okay, this is the 1 second here. This is one possible solution we can use. Wait there. For now, temporary. Okay, temporary. Because we need the process to learn all the language way, how to communicate with the system, how to cancel stuff, how to reply, how to ask for remedy, how to, you know, we need to learn all the way to do from ourselves, and we don't do tomorrow. So one possibility is to do this. You can claim for this card all over the world. Is vaxcontrolgroup.com, okay? And from here, you said, I will be part of the control group of the non-vaccinated people. So I mandatory don't have to be vaccinated, because I'm risking my life for science, because this this job is not the vax. You know, they will finish to experiment in the December 23rd. So that means...
So we're going to be a part of the experiment of the negatives. Like, we are going to be out of it, and let's see what's going to happen. So it's going to be like a control group without the vaccine. I love it. I love it.
Exactly. So this is, you know, a temporary solution we can start to use immediately. You can go now to the website and do your card.
In this way, it's like put besides my rights. I think it's like turn all my rights to another side to be. I think so.
I don't understand what do you mean.
Es como dejar mis derechos a un lado. O sea,
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Because it's like a solution, but it's a solution that is not like my rights. I'm not claiming my rights in that way.
Yeah, but you don't know how to claim your rights. That's the problem. You don't know now, immediately. I tell you now, go there and claim for your rights under the natural law. You know to do it? You know to do it. If you know to do it.
Yes, I know how to.
Okay, so you can do it. You know, you can use all the way you know to claim for your rights, and you know, and use. But if you don't know, this is a temporary solution. That's why I said it's not a final solution, but it's a temporary solution to start to, you know, to put in standby, you know, the pressure. it's just a way, an intelligent way to use the thing, you know.
So this is I understand it fully. Very good. Do we know how many are supporting this group? Is it a really strong? Is it powerful? Really, indeed. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah,
I know two people in UK, and one of them he works in the sanitary system, and he told me the other day that he will use this exactly document, this card, for don't being kicking away from the job. So I don't know. We're going to see what he's going to do. You know.
Very good.
So if he's
I'll try it as well.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been asked yet, you know, but if you know.
Yeah. It's just extra stuff, you know, extra stuff. We can,
yeah,
you know.
One more question: Does it protect you from testing as well, or is it just vaccine?
I think only the vaccine, really, because
for the mandatory, which
exactly,
you know, because mandatory is not the law, right?
Exactly. But also they cannot really create the mandatory law. They can create, you know, a kind of game to obligate you. But if you said, for example, if the lady who was talking before from Mexico, I think from Alberta or from Quebec, sorry.
Canada.
Canada, yes. She, you know, she can use also Quebec.
Yes. Montreal.
Montreal, nice. She can use also, you know, the law of the system but you can put yourself in the position of natural living man or living woman, and then said that you are abusing, you know, of what you pretend. You are abusing the privacy also law. You know, there is a lot of things you can do, even in their own law. But you can do from the position of the living man that is more powerful. So you are able to do it directly without the lawyer. That's the key point, you know.
Yes. Can I add on that, brother? My experience in London, okay? Because so see, I realized all this stuff that there were lies from February, because I had an announcement from an economic counselor that was going to be because I work in two foreign exchange companies, so I was following the economy. So I knew from before that something was going to happen as it comes to economic crash for the 2020. So I was just watching the news because I know as a trader, watching the news is the first analysis that you do to make a trade. But beyond that, so when I was watching, as soon as they said about the mask, I want to say something on that. When I said, okay, wait a minute, they cannot force everybody. I mean, you cannot force everybody because you have people that are old and they need to breathe more. So you cannot force them. They're going to die in a bus or the underground in London. So what happened is I said, there must be regulations. There cannot be only one law. So what I've done, I went to the government site, the gov.uk, and their face covering regulations. So the regulations actually say, if anywhere that you don't feel like putting on or taking off, if it creates you severe distress, you don't have to wear it. That's one thing. Okay, anybody can feel that, by the way, right? That second thing, they were saying about exception cards. And now you were going into the bus and they were saying, so why are you not wearing mask? I say, I'm exempt. They were asking for exception cards. I said, so where is your exception card? And I was saying, I don't have to show an exception card because on the government side, it was saying, you don't really have to, if you're exempt for any medical reason or whatever reason, you don't have to wear exemption card. You should not be asked to show, and therefore you should not go and ask for medical health documents about your health. Now this is on the government.uk, but they don't say it on the news. They don't say it on the trade.
This is the privacy. This is the privacy rules.
So when I went, and then on the end it says anyone who feels like wearing an exception card is a personal choice and not required by law. I said, come on, guys. I mean, it's not required by law. So every time I was saying I'm exempt to a police officer, he was saying to me, "Okay, sorry, sir." When he was asking me the ban.
Yeah. I was using this all the time. I never wear mask. And I always never.
And only one police officer, only one. Because I was working in Vauxhall, which is next to the MI6, the secret police. So it's a very central place. when you come coming off the underground. And I finished work and I was going under the ground, and people were coming in and out. So he started in the middle, February 2020, when they brought their lockdown again. And he was the only one. He went, "Where's the mask?" And I said, "I'm exempt." And he put his foot in front of me, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "So where's your exception card?" And I said, "Well, I don't have to show you an exception card." And so how would I know? Challenge me once, he challenged me twice. How would I know that you are exempt? I said, "You don't have to know. That's the whole point."
Exactly.
And he goes, "Well," he was looking at me, "Do you know the regulations, or should I show you?" He said, "No, I know. Okay, I believe you. So it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. You should not challenge me 3 times." I said, "Well, next time maybe just to save some time. Next time maybe to save time for the other." I said, "No, there's not going to be next time for you and save any time because don't take my time." He said, "No, you're taking my time. So goodbye." And I was pissed off. So I was angry with the policeman because I stood my grounds, because I knew my rights. But I knew what they were saying on the website, but people around me, nobody knew. Like hundreds of thousands, they were walking in and out. Nobody.
Yes,
So
that is the key point, because we don't take the responsibility of ourselves, and that is what we have to do. And also, what they are doing, they are creating common consent. Okay, so because, for example, in the international law, the international law don't have regulatory system. So, for example, if I'm a country, United States, and I make a treatment with Russia to don't create this kind of rockets, but they might do. Who will say to United States to don't do it? No one. So, but what happens?
You ask me?
If I broke this treat, the other one have the right to break the treat also, and something happened. Okay, but in the international law, how it's made, there is, this is the supposedly highest level of law, and then there is the constitutions and everything, but the lowest is the common consent. But the common consent is the base for the international law. So what they are doing, they are creating, consent of something. For example, wear mask all the time. And once most of the people do, they change in the society, and they are able to create the law based on this, based on the common consent. Understand the game they are playing? They are playing this game, because they know
make
how
them feel bad as well.
And also
they make them consent. They fool them so that they have to. They think that this is what they have to do, so they consent by without even knowing that actually they shouldn't. They are making fun.
Exactly.
Alejandro,
yes.
This is Gabriel. Hi. There's one thing though that needs to be said is these standing in our rights and declaring essentially our position as living men is a good thing to do in the public. It works, but it may not always work and probably cannot work in the private. So when you enter a private establishment like a store or a restaurant or a shop, whatever it is, they're all in their rights to just not serve you. So it's important that people recognize that it's not all the time the case, that when you go, let's say, in a private store, and then you try to tell them, well, according to this, I don't need to have an exemption. It's true, but they can actually say very quickly, well, this is a private establishment. I can choose who chooses to come in or not. Is this true or not?
It can be true, but we are in the changing process. So they are playing with this stuff. Because all the regulations of the private places, because they have the permission from the government to do it. So the supposedly private places, really, they are public.
If it's the owner, if it's the owner, right? Because the owner can say, "This is my business." That's what probably.
But it's not true, because they have the license from the government.
That's right. That's right.
And
Very nice, beautiful.
And once, listen this, once the place is open to public, it's public, even if it's private.
Oh yeah.
So the only way they can do this is a place that is not open to public. Means that they have a club that is open only for the members of the club. So you are not a member, you cannot join. But they have the door shut. Understand? But if the door is open, it's public, even if it's private. And also, I tell you more. Also, they have the license from the government. So the rules is the government rules. It's not the private place rules. So it means that these rules from the government are foreclosed. Yes? And also, it doesn't apply for a living man because they are not under the living man jurisdiction. You know, we can do stuff, but surely we need to have. It's not only about the law; it's about the energy you have. You know.
Yeah.
Because
but in order to break that energy, though, we need to have some knowledge. Can I say something on the blocking and then the free entrance? What you said, because I work in the construction, so in order to be able to legally, if I warn you that in this area I have a hole, I need to place a bar so it can prevent you to come in, then it was not open for you to come in, so you cannot claim that it was not safe for you or whatever. I cannot stop you because there was nothing to stop me. So if the door is open, as you said, or if there is not even something like a bar or a whatever, something to block you to go, then it's open for everyone. There is no excuse.
Exactly. So have to be if it's open to the public, it's public. Even if you're supposed to say it's private, it's not. You know.
And
So
then if he says it's the right to do that, well, show me the rights from the government. Then the government, that's what it says, though. So we can win on that as well, probably.
The problem we have is we are always talking with troglodytes. That's the problem. We are not talking with the lawyer or with the with the judge every time. We are talking with someone who just wrote the thing they put it in the share house to clean the dishes, and the only list of law they wrote was this. So most of the time, not say, but most of the time they only know clean the dishes, clean your room, and keep everything at the table, the common places clean, and the water, and the bathroom, So that's the problem. So we are relating with this kind of people. That's why we can use everything we find. For example, this card I show you is a way to don't deal every time with anyone. We just pass over. Why to use all our energy into this stone?
Correct.
Why?
Why? To nothing.
Why?
Throw it away.
Exactly. We go other.
They can stumble when they see that. It's like something official, and they stumble, and they can stop. What is this? I don't know. So they get lost.
Exactly.
This is how hypnosis are. This is what hypnosis are. Hypnosis when you make you, stumble, go to your, I don't know where I am, like feel lost a bit, and that is how they do all this stuff when you don't have knowledge.
I say Bernays, Edward Bernays, I think it's called Edward Bernays. He was the creator of the marketing of and remember in the 30s they wanted to make smoke anyone. They said smoke is good for your health, and and how they convince anyone? They put the doctor, in the commercial. They put the doctor smoking, and they put just the official, uniform of the doctor, and this gives you this feeling of yes, because there is a doctor there that approves, so mean that it's good. And they are doing all the time this. They are using, the fear of the hierarchy we have,
Yes. Hypnosis or subliminal, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I finished with the OPPT stuff. Yeah.
No, sorry, Ali. Actually, that ads say 1 package a day prevent the cancer.
Sure.
That what say the ad. Yeah, one package a day prevent the cancer, and the medics now with the cigarette. It was very funny.
You can
Just-
find. You can
just
find.
dance.
You can find
Yeah,
it
just
in the
dance.
internet. So what happens? We see why we know that the whole world now is mostly the system, not the world really, but the system is under the record of the Security and Exchange Commission. Means that it's ruled by United States. Yes. So we check a little bit the United States. So in the United States we have the United States Constitution of 1776, and they made an implicit trust. Yeah, remember that there is few ways of creating a trust. There is explicit trust, like when we do a trust, for example, a Jersey trust, we can use for doing save our goods against different situations, or we can do an implicit trust. Yes, for example, the legal fiction is an implicit trust. Also the United States Constitution, when they made the supposedly government of opportunities, was a trust, and the settlers were the founding fathers. Yes, the administrators of the U.S. government, and the beneficiaries, the American people. Yes, but what they did, they had an 13th amendments that prohibit the slavery. Yes.
Yeah.
And what happens? This applies until 1871. What happened in 1871? Okay, sorry, it's wrong the number, but 1871, the Rockefeller famulus, because they also are slaves. Don't believe that they are not, they are. They created another trust. The founding father was the Rockefeller famulus. The administrator was the U.S. Corporation, or Inc., U.S. Inc., yes? And the beneficiaries was the heritage of the Rockefeller family, yes? So what happens? They doesn't cancel the old trust, but what they did was started to use this trust and record any document, any title from United States, any corporation, any council, anything was recorded into Washington, D.C. So they transfer the law of the land to the law of the sea, creating this independent city like Washington, D.C., like it's a kind of island, you know, and being an island is divided from the rest of the country, and they put it the titles, records into the record of
offshore. That's why they call it offshore.
Exactly, it's like offshore also. The offshore. And okay, so what happens? In 2011, in 28 really, it was the Argentinian collapse, and a Panamanian bank, big bank in Panama, they wanted to see if they will have some kind of crisis in the future based on this, and commissioned it to Heather, Antucci Heather, Caleb Skinner, and Randall Hilner, commissioned it to go into the UCC code and check how is the situation of the companies. Yes, and what they discovered is that any country was under the record of corporations. That's why so the June 3rd of 2011, they released this padding report of the final bullet report. They made it with the principle of affidavit. That is, you can see here the blue ink as a commercial stuff, the stamp of the header that say that this is absolute true. Yeah. So the conclusion is the fraud and corruption is too deep the effects global. The perpetrator of the privately held banking system, as we have known it for the nearly last 100 years, the private money for public use system have eroded their own creation, fully by their own greed, to the point of the system is imploding of itself. Banking touch every industry, every person, every action on the planet, and the effects are global and systemic. The banking system in its current forms cannot survive the exponential and perpetual awakening of the collective conscience as the inherent power balance the injustice. The perpetrator conversions of the personal assets to subtracts to avoid the final equity, call is useless asset conversions are already duly recognized to the purchased but unclean funds produced by the slavery, take it every step of the way. Yeah, it's a little weird way of writing, but yeah.
Well, it's
so
actually quite clean, but it's the first time I had one of those statements. It was quite understanding, to be honest, because I read a lot of them, especially the I am is so, you know,
yeah, I am is yeah, it's like
very deep. It catches every corner of everything.
Exactly.
It's like, so that's why it's like the contract, and it doesn't leave anything behind. And every time I make a different statement, I still have to repeat the whole thing. They've done a very great job. You know,
absolutely. It's a multidimensional. It's multidimensional document. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this case, so what happened is they come out with this, and because nobody cares about, nobody cares.
Yeah,
they created the trust, the One People's Public Trust. So what they did is to activated that's why it calls One People's Public Trust 1776, because they call back again the original United States Constitution. Because they reactivated the Third Amendment that prohibiting the slavery. Yes, that's what is happening at the moment, because we are considered as slaves. So to finishing, yeah. So this was the One People Public Trust. They created the trust that they give us a settler, the first creator that could be, you know, once you know that it could be few creators, but the first creator is the only one. So it will be always the first creator above any other creator. Yes. So this is the settler. The trustees, Paul Skinner, Randall Hilner, and Heather Antucci, and the beneficiaries, the eternal essence. So what we do, for example, when we sign the I am, we declare ourselves eternal essence. So we declare ourselves beneficiaries of the One People's Public Trust process. Yes, One People Public Trust, beneficiaries of this trust. Yes. So that's the key point. And okay, so this is to starting. We have few documents that we're going to see later in deep. You know, anyone like the military order, declaration and order, that is in order to stop any kind of slavery that is being forced at the moment. Yes. These have two parts. You know, one part is on the UCC, and another part is under natural law, made that a structure of affidavit. Then we have the I am, the will and the word of I am, that is the declaration of self-determination. We have put here the affidavit. Where is it? Oh, I put it on so low. Affidavit is a declaration of absolute truth. We was used the same concept for creating the UCC process. Was few affidavit that nobody replies after a period of 28 days. That is a canonic 28 days, and when this become law under natural law. Yes, so we can use as a law because nobody refused it.
A question on that. You said canonic 28 days.
Yes, because it's considered the amount of time that
we don't calculate it because we're eternal.
No. Once you release the documents and you pretend that somebody else reply,
on the UCC contract. Yeah.
Exactly. This comes from the canonic law, 28 days, because it's the cycle of the moon.
Yeah, no, yes, very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 4 weeks. It's exactly. 4 times 7 is a 28.
Exactly. So it's the cycle of
very nice.
It's also a cycle moon, yeah. Because before the Gregorian
on the Hebrew, the Judaism calendar.
Exactly. They still use the moon-based calendar, but the Roman also. But then when the Roman Empire became Christian, Gregorius, I don't know, one of the popes, created the Gregorian calendar based on the sun.
The Sunday.
No?
Yes,
exactly.
The Sunday, which is actually Dominica. In Greek, we say Kyriaki, which is the main, the main, like a Lord, the day, not the Sunday. In English, they call it Sunday, like the day of the sun.
Yes.
Because it's worshiping the sun. And Monday Latin, from the moon.
Yes, Monday from the moon, but in Latin or Spanish, Domenica, Domingo, come from Domini. Domini is the sun also, but also is God.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
But in Romania is Domnul, which is Mr. And Dominica, okay.
Yeah, that's why you have in the shield of the city of London, Domine Dirigenos. Domine is God, and also is the sun.
From divine, huh?
Mm-hmm.
From divine.
Domine is the sun. Yes, is the sun. Because
I think it's
their God is the Sol Invictus.
The Paganes, the Sol, that's the Sol in Spanish, right?
Sol, no, also in Latin. Sol Invictus means the Invictus sun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sorry, yes.
Yeah, I say on the document it's not. we can go.
So canonic 28.
Yeah, 28 days, and because the affidavits, once you send, they have 28 days to refuse. If they don't refuse, this become a kind of declaration. Declaration, they become a declaration that you can use of nobody refuses, so we can use it under natural law as a law.
Mm-hmm.
We will see in deep how this works. Then we have the notice and declaration of unlimited liability. That is a certification of that you are absolutely under, everything is under your own responsibility. So once we arrive to this, after the self-determination, we also arrive to understand that everything that is happening is our responsibility. What these people is doing is because of us, because we don't take our own responsibility of ourselves. We don't take our own responsibility for our own creation. We are creating the world, but they are inducting, the creation they want.
That's why they create the limited liability, limited companies, but actually, they limit you. But
exactly.
Now you are unlimited, right?
Unlimited, exactly. We are
take responsibility of it,
of everything. We take the. It's a little weird when I saw the first time. Was like I had a little, oh, I am responsible of everything. Yes, so it's is passed from the childhood mindset to the adult mindset. You know,
Yes.
you
Yes.
are the responsible. You know.
Yes.
But we you know, we are waiting for father state. You know, all the time we are claiming for father state. You know.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Then we have 3 documents of value. That this is another big part that we have to achieve this conscience, the understanding that we are the deposit of the value, we are the creation of the value, we are so there is 3 documents of the value, the conversion of the value, and the declaration of acceptance of the value that we are. And after that, we can claim for the remedy that surely they will never pay. But we claim energetically. I tell you now because some people say, yes, I want the remedy. No. They will never pay the remedy. Remedy is 10,000 million of ounces of gold and silver. So
5 billion,
for each of us, 10 billion.
Yes.
You know, so it's like
10 billion. 5 and 5. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was 5 billion in gold and silver, not and silver.
Yeah,
okay.
5 billion in gold and 5 in silver. Yeah.
I'm not gonna play around with 5 billion.
I have a question about the ODD.
Yes.
That all that value, all that gold, or all that that silver is in where because all the banks are foreclosed also.
Yes, it's because of that. But what they are doing, they are using us to create the money, to create the monetary system. They are using us, as we said before. Once you go to the bank to claim for a mortgage, you sign, and with your sign, they create the money. They say, I give you 100,000. Okay, you sign. Then they take this document, they write 100,000 in their computer, and they some guy that's working with the sheikhs in the Middle East, he saw doing that. He told me that they take this document and they send to another bank, and then write in another computer 100,000, and they do this time 16 times. They do this 16 times.
Wow. Yes.
Somebody
a million out of 100,000. Yes.
Somebody told me that they are doing now at the moment. They are doing with no limits. They are just doing. Every time somebody sign a document creating money, they just spread and they just multiply all the time. You know.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So
yeah, I heard it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but what really means that? Means that we are the creator of the value. Means that we can organize each other with no system, and we can decide to create the value ourselves. So that's why we do this declaration, because we recognize ourselves the real value, the unlimited value, and so means that we can create the value. So if we put, I don't know, a ton of gold in a forbidden island, what happens?
You put the gold in an island. What is it?
A ton of gold in one island.
No one island. Well,
just leave it there.
Stay there. Yeah.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. If we put 100 people in an island, what happens?
Well, they multiply.
Everything. They create value. They do stuff. They build houses. They create an economy. They create a relation. They create everything.
That's why we are the value. Very good.
Exactly.
Good.
We are the value of everything. We are the creator of the value. The problem is we transfer this value we are to the way of measure the value, that is the money.
If I can also say, when we are being born, that's why the chemical representative on the periodic for gold is coming from the energy that we are when we come into this world, we have our own energy glowing, and we use that energy. So the same, our brightness, our energy implementing is coming. So how do I call it? Aura, because our aura. I
Aura,
think it's
yes.
yeah, or it's
Spanish.
AU. Yeah, for gold. Yes, aura.
Yes.
Also for gold, because in
Gold.
Greek, avra is our energy that is coming around our body. We call it avra, which is AU, av. Yeah.
Oro in Spanish means gold, and ora
And
in
in
Italian.
Romanian as well. Yeah.
Ora in Italia means now.
Ora is time, but in omicron. But
Ora
see,
is
when
also
you
time.
read AU in English,
Ora is also
you
the
call
time.
it. It's now.
But
Yes,
also now.
and in Romanian
Also
as well,
now.
and in Greek as well.
Yeah.
In Greek
Yeah.
as well.
So you see,
Yeah,
everything
Greek.
is connected. You know, they tell you
Yes.
everything. Everything is a language game. You know, it's a
The
linguistic
energy, the
game.
time. That's why also the Illuminati they are doing clocks. They are clockmakers because they are managing the time. They are the handlers of the time. Yes, that's what they want to be.
Exactly. That's why their god, the other god they follow is Saturn.
Yes, Saturn. Yes.
In Greek is Chronos.
Bravo. Yes.
Chronos.
Bravo.
The god of the time. That
yes.
eats
Yes. Or
their
Chronos. Yes, because from Chronos. Yes. Yes.
Eats his own time. His own kids. Yeah?
Yes. It's crazy, isn't it? And that is Satan, Saturn.
Here we have Chronos.
Very good.
Yeah, Saturn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yes.
So we go to the Saturn
hexagon.
cube, you know, Saturn cube.
Yes.
Saturn cube.
Yes.
Muslim, Jewish, Christians.
Yes.
Anyone.
They use it like that.
Roman. The UN building, you know, the meditation room.
They have that.
They have this magnetic stone, the biggest. It seems the biggest in the world.
Square there, they call it the magic square, as far as I know in maths. No, in the that one, the magic square. You know that square there? They call it magic square. Where anywhere you add those numbers, they have to be the same. So 9, 6, that's 15. So 8, 3, 12. That's what. Yeah, that's 15 again.
This is the way to solve it. This is the way to solve it. Yeah, they you know, so they you see, cool, Saturn is everywhere, you know. Saturn.
Oh yeah.
Saturn. This is their god, you know. Saturn. Saturn. You know.
Yes.
Saturn is based on the black, you know. The black is the color of Satan, of Saturn. The law, the priest, the police, the Orthodox, the Jewish. And when you go to the university, you go with
you finish.
Yeah, you finish. You have the round head, but you finish with the square head.
Yeah, and they actually done they own creator, and they just want to punish us. Just because they need a place to live, and that's why we should to be aware of. Exactly. And that's why we should to be together and against that. All that they try to do the same that they did in this creator. Then we shouldn't give up, and we are on a good way.
Yes,
hello
absolutely.
everyone. We all in a good way. Then don't give up, guys.
Yes, we need intuition, knowledge, and consciousness.
Yeah.
So
especially, yes, you're right. You're on a good way with us, and we with you.
So to go to this, you know, so we have this pyramid. To turn down the pyramid, you know, we have the psychological, physiological needs, you know, eat, sleep, you know, all these basics. Safety needs, you know, this is the Maslow pyramid, you know, really simplified. House, family, environment, you know, the social, we need social needs that they are fighting against at the moment, you know. So we need to relate, we need to interact. Then we need to manifest ourselves. So the manifestation of the being, ourselves. So once we arrive to the I am, to the self-determination, to the real knowledge of ourselves, we can start to connect with the others, and so we can be all together, but as one. That's why we is, not we are. We is, no?
Yeah.
So the manifestation of all in one, and this is the way to turn down the pyramid from the slavery to the freedom.
Yes. And this is a quantum grammar, we is, because we can say also is we is we, because you can say from both sides, you can read it, and it's a representation of all for one and one for all.
Exactly. Yeah, they tell you everything, you know, in the novels, in the movies, you know, they tell you all the information we need to know.
Yes.
And so for today, I will finish here because I think it's a lot of information. We were, I think it's, so
it's my fifth session, mine. So that's why I'm a little bit more aware. And of course,
it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours, eh?
Yeah, I haven't realized, you know, and I want to speak even more to someone else now, you know, but it's the energy, you know.
Yeah.
God bless. Thank you, brother.
I can do it more time in Spanish, but
oh, don't worry. I get it.
I'm talking at home in Italian, so I need to, you know, set up in English more to be more, you know, talk more in English.
I understand. Very good. Practice on that. Very good. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. I get you. No, you've been very good. Thank you.
So I hope everybody enjoyed the.
Oh yes.
It's on YouTube, so you have the link. The link is also in the group, and if you agree, we do next Wednesday a new one. So and we slowly prepare also for study the documents and to you know apply all the things we need to do to you know to claim for being natural men under natural law, to being coming back from the sea, to being living beings, and to finish with the slavery. And so that's our.
I would like to be, by the way, as I said, you know, every it's a crazy. Even though I will try to be on Saturday as well. Every Wednesday and Saturday, I have a meeting, which is every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30. It's crazy. And now I feel so bad, but I come in very difficult. But I would like to support you, you know, because I have to. I want to, and I have to. And I cannot change that. But even if I cannot change this,
maybe something happening. They will change.
Yes,
why not?
yes. I'll leave it.
We pass the energy.
If I need it, and it's going to be important, and it's going to be and it's, you know. But I definitely we need all the support. I understand this because this is an energy that we need to feel. It's also this is where 3 people together, 2 or 3 people together, that are more stronger. Obviously, so when more people we are, more stronger we are. So I wanted to ask. I have a question on that because I've been told from the Cypriot OPPT that we need to gather. I understand we need to be. Is there a specific number that we have to be in order to?
No. There's not a specific number.
Send the emails.
No. The key point is, for example, in Italy, it was like a tradition of people that was applying for self-sovereignty, you know, or individual sovereignty. So it was few million of people that was applying in the past years. Like Cristiano can tell that he knows from a lot of years. and anyone was doing their own, sending by their own, communicating with the system. But if we are in the process of we is, so we are joined together, we are, pushing ourselves together, creating a consciousness together. So we do our individual process, but we do it together with the others, So once we decide to do, so we will do a powerful sign to the system.
And also energy. Okay.
And also imagine that this is worldwide. So there's not place in the world that there's not people working on this at the moment. We are in contact with international people. We have here, for example, Mauricio from Colombia, the Cames, the Iceland people, a lot of people from. At the end of the month will be the German group that will do the sending. The Cuban people will do the sending. There is the Canadian that they are preparing themselves. United States. So everyone is working on that. So the other key point we are preparing to do is to support, for example, from Argentina, to support the other countries. So we will do the sending with them also. So this will create more critical mass. So that's the key point. So I replied.
I have another question.
Grace, Grace asked you 1 second. When is the Spanish? We do on Monday. Every Monday we do a Spanish meeting. Generally at 11 UK.
Okay, don't mind. Don't worry. I'm an eternal soul, brother. I have a lot of energy as well. I'm single, so my energy spreads. Focus on me, and all other people as well. So you believe, not just you believe, as it comes to your knowledge, as soon as we do the declarations, because the declarations had to be important in order to, I believe, in order to ask for the UCC, because I have the how to register online to make my claim for the money, right? For the 5 billion or the 10 billion. Will that be on the UCC? Do you know anyone that managed to take that money, or?
No, this money they don't give you. It's symbolic. It's like energetical. It's like saying, listen, I communicate, because this also is the last process.
My value, yeah.
Yeah, but I communicate with the city and say, before you claim for anything, you have to pay me this money. So don't claim for anything, because you owe me this money. Understand? So it's a way of put them. It's like how do you feel when they send to you? Yes, you have to pay this money. How do you feel? You feel bad. You feel depressed. You feel lower. So the same. We are doing the same stuff. We communicate to them. Yes, you don't have to move, because you have to pay this money before you claim for anything from us, from a living man. So that's the main psychological process. We put them in the position of being debtor, But at the same time, we have to create the new. I think if we do the right job, we will need don't need at all for their money.
Because we're trying to make the new government. Actually, yes, we are our government.
Exactly.
I get that. But so for the moment, we will not be able to get any monetized power then. For the moment.
I think we doesn't want to create the new government, just governance.
Governance, exactly.
For me, it's a different, because of that's not new government. That's depend of our conscious and our responsibility of life, of the nature of our earth, trees, whatever, and we need to be actually very responsible for all over us, because we are the same. We have the same roots. We have the same. We are from the soil. We
It's
that,
a
that's
wrong
what I
word.
mean. There's no government.
Government is wrong word. I
Please,
understand what you're saying.
yeah, avoid
Let
this.
me explain
Avoid the
that.
government. No, I know, like I'm sorry, but that's
Let me
just maybe
explain that. No,
me.
no, Renata.
I
Let
know,
me
like
explain that.
government
It's a,
at all.
okay.
This
Let me
word,
explain that.
yes.
Let me explain that. So government is actually, it comes with a Greek word. It's called kivernisi, that is governing the mind. The nous is the mind. That's why they use that's why it's a bad word. And you're right. You're right. You're right. I should not use this word because we don't want to govern anybody's mind. I get it. I want to explain that because in Greek it explains it very good. Kivernio is when it's governing the nous, and that's what they're doing to us. So we don't want that. I thank you very much, Renata. Thank you.
It's a new governance. It's like self-responsibility of yourself, and and we relate each other to.
We are free, and there's no governing.
To be free, exactly. Yes. To be free.
Yes, and I understand. Thank you, Renata.
It's only with the conscience and responsibility we can do that,
Yeah.
And okay, Grace, she have a question. Hannah, rising up.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It's a question, a general question. Since I'm new, I want to find out when I see that you have to send some papers to, I'm not sure to where, everywhere. I'm not sure on that, familiar. But my question is, my main concern about the judge, all the judge from every country, are they aware of this situation?
What we do is inform them like this. They know, and yes, they know about natural law. They know that they don't have jurisdiction of a living man. So what we have to understand is that the OPPT was an event that happens and foreclose the system, but we need to we need to use OPPT as what it is, an event. But we need to also apply all the natural law stuff. That's why we need to study and investigate and have the knowledge of the language. How is the language? How is the jurisdiction? What is the law? What is this typology of law? Why? Because we need to have this knowledge that we didn't never care about. To to have the conscience of claim for our rights. For claim for what is what we have to get since we're born, and they know they are doing stuff that they don't have to do. They know, but they don't do to the living man. They do to the legal fiction.
So they know about the living man. They know about the OPPT then.
Some know about OPPT. Some know about OPPT, but everybody knows about the natural law.
If I can help you on that, and I can help you on. So what is happening to all of us right now? We are being introduced to the way their system works. Their illegal system, unlawful system works. And now what it is in the court is like, in the tennis court, they are obliged when you present them. When we are saying this, they are obliged. They know the power of the word. That is the number one thing. They understand the power that as soon as you're declaring something, for them, they have to answer back. If it's not being mentioned, then it will never be considered. For them to be mentioned to them, they know as judges that they have to consider it. And they have no other way to get away from it, either to look for it, and if they cannot answer back, they will not answer back. And then they know that there was a lost case. That is why it's a court, it's a battle, and they rebuttal. That's why we challenge something, and then we have to, it's like we make our statement, they need to answer back, like a fight back. This is how the UCC works, and how the system, when they are having, the accuser and the defender, is like a fight. So as soon as we declare them, we let them know, they are obliged to consider it, and they have to consider it. They cannot do nothing about it. It's the power of the word. That's why we need to understand this power as well. When we are stating something that I am, we need to understand this power of it. and it's very powerful. The word has power.
Yeah, I can add something to make an
please,
example. You know, for if we go to a case, you know, legal case, you are in front of the judge. The judge will tell you what's your name, or will not tell you what's your name. Will tell you you are Grace Ingeborg, and you will say yes. That's right. You sign a contract. It's done. It's done. Because
So
you
you're not supposed to.
you associate yourself with the legal fiction. And what happened? Imagine that the judge have a ball, you know, have a ball, and have to give this ball to you to go forward with the case. So if you say, I'm only Grace, and he tell Grace what? Just Grace living movement. Say, no, Grace what? He will ask you 3 times. No, but you have to tell, no, you have to tell your family name. And he said, no, my family, my clan, my heritage don't have anything to do with this. It's only Grace. I'm only Grace. I'm not this legal fiction you claim. I'm not recognized with this legal fiction. And after 3 times, it's gone. He cannot to send the ball to you. But you know, you go to the, it's complicated because really
so they
you
cannot
have
demand on you. They cannot demand on you. They cannot sue you. They cannot send you to jail or whatever.
Exactly. That's the point. But
so that's a law from them that they know.
They know. They have 3 possibilities to ask. If in 3 times you don't recognize, they have to leave the ship. They have to go away. So they just stand up and go.
They lose the fight.
Yes, and finish. You know, so there is few things. You need to use your energy, your power. There is few. They know a lot of tricks. You know, they can tell you pass through here. If you pass through here, you sign the contract. It's done. If you get put in jail and you claim that I'm a living man, and they say no, we put it in jail because something, and you eat, you accept the contract. If you drink, you accept the contract. So you to still being a living man, you go to the jail. You don't eat, you don't drink, you stay there, and you continue to say I'm a living man. You don't have jurisdiction over me. Sure, maybe after 1 day, 2 days, they will leave you go because they don't have. They will risk really serious problem if you know the law, and you can claim over them for damage really huge money. You can do a lot of things, you know.
So has this happened previously in real life? Let's say, has this happened actually? Are there any testimonies of this?
There is few. We have a video in a group that
the person that went to the court.
Yes.
Is that an old man that he was calling him Mr. John, Mr. John? He was not answering back. Is that the one?
Yes, that's in the STUKV trust. You see that? This is STUKV trust. The STUKV trust.
Yeah. The STUKV.
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah. What is that?
He said that she is the trustee of the STUKV, the administrator of the STUKV trust, and because she don't want to reply to this, and because this means that she's working for a corporation, and the corporation don't have any jurisdiction over a living man, if she don't reply to the 3 times, she have to go away because she's not able to continue with the case because she don't have jurisdiction. You know?
Yes, they just left. She just left.
Exactly.
And they said to the man that they had to go to see a psychiatrist, but he said, I do not consent. The guy, even after that, they canceled it. So that was it. You do not consent. That's it. They didn't even try to, they haven't managed to declare them as crazy. So every time he was calling his name, Mr. Johnson, he was not answering back. He was not replying because he was not recognizing the name. Otherwise, you will recognize them. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, we need to, I don't say that we need to have all this knowledge, but we need to have the understanding of the jail we are, you know, because if we come out from the head, for example, also the police and the judge, any kind of people tell you, you understand, and you have to say, I don't understand. You never understand, because understand in English means stand under.
Stand under. Yeah? Very good.
So if the police tell you, you understand, you say, no, I do not understand. I can comprehend, but I not understand. You know? So you stop the police, and the guy will say, for example, it happens to me when I come back from Italy, they call me and they tell you have to stay at home for 10 days and blah, 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 blah. You understand? No. No, you have to repeat. No, I do not understand. I comprehend, but I do not understand. So it means I will decide if I want to stay at home or not. I do not understand.
And you don't accept the contract.
Exactly. And I said to the record, I do not understand. I comprehend, and it's my free choice to decide what to do. And then I say, no, you have to reply, I do not understand. And I say, no. This is my legal reply. I comprehend, I do not understand. Keep for the record. After 3 times, she said, okay. Because they don't know why, but they said the people have to say, I understand. But they never said, I understand, So this is simple stuff. But if you know, so after that, they didn't call, they did anything. They called me this time and that's it.
Yes. Just remember, they have no power on you unless you let them. Nobody has power to you. Nobody has power on you. When you go, everybody's under you. So you go as a master or as a master lady, anywhere around. Never feel that you are lower. When you see police or whatever, everything, or let's so-called authority, they are not authority to you.
We are in a good place because in UK we can claim for natural law every time.
Yes.
For example, when the police stop you, you can say to the police only the name, and that's it. Not the surname, only the name. And they cannot do even, if you're not doing anything, if you're not committing a crime, they cannot do anything to you at all.
Yes.
And you can claim for their names, for their number, and also you can record them, even the face, and they cannot tell to not do it,
Yeah.
Can I add something, please?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
So another tricky word is I am asking. What does that mean?
Oh, asking. What does it mean?
Really? No. I don't reply. I don't reply questions.
So
I don't reply
it's
questions.
similar to understand, but it's opposite way. I am asking.
Sure.
Asking,
ask
the king.
Is yes? Is see the us in a cards, playing cards. What is
I'm like a king. You mean as a king, like a king.
I am the asking, not the.
That's why asking has power.
If you say to the judge, for example, I am asking you, so the judge now already know you are in a position as a king.
I love it.
That's
it's
it.
The first time.
Yes, nice.
Okay, so they are playing with us, with these tricky words.
Can I use? Okay, thank you very much. Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Amazing.
Also, another one, the facing. When they're saying to you, you are facing a fine, it's all right, brother. Put it on my face. I don't have to get it. You don't have to accept it. Very good. Thank you for the asking. So when they're saying, because I went to my sign manager, it was a PhD level 7 sign manager. And I went, when I showed him the exception, and I said, it's not required by law. And his name was Andrew Law, by the way, it's funny enough. And he said, so why are they saying to us that we have to pay? I said, they don't say you have to pay a fine. You are facing a fine. Facing a fine, they can put it in your face, and that's it. That's what they're saying. You don't, it's not in the law.
Exactly.
You are facing, you're not obliged for it. It's the same. Thank you for the asking. Thank you very much.
Asking, nice stuff.
Yes.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you.
No worries.
I want to. Pardon, yes. I want to say something. Well, as we are living here in Canada, and maybe we are going to use, or there are a lot of people that are convinced to use these documents, but we need to fill these documents in the correct way. But at the group, at the Canadian group, there are a lot of documents, but they are the documents from Italy.
Yes.
Then we need to fill the documents for Canadian, for British lands. That's the name. Okay, and I think that we need all of that information to feel the correct way. I was reading maybe constitutional act for Canadian for Canada, but I didn't. I didn't find. Oh my God! Thank you. I didn't find where is the place where I can look for
the
Canada.
SEC. You have to search on there. But I think the Canadian group, they already have. You know, they already did that.
Already have what?
The documents with the SEC code of Canada. I think they did already.
I have the code. I have the code from Canada, but that there are another parts of these documents that we need information, like for example, which is the Constitution, which is related with the UCC. Where is in which part of the Constitution from Canada is telling about they recognize UCC, for example.
No. You will never find this. You have to communicate to them that they are under the SEC, and once they are under the SEC with the code of the SEC of Canada, that is the demonstration. In case of Argentina and Uruguay, we found a law. For example, in Argentina was made in 1959 that they transformed Argentina in a corporation, and they put under this corporation under the bank that is recorded in the SEC. So there is a law, specific law made, but I don't know if you will find this law in Canada. I don't know if any country have this, but what we use is as demonstration is the code of the SEC or the DUNS number too. You know, DUNS number is another number
you have shown. You have shown. Well, I would like to know which is the link to look to search.
You put in the internet. I'll show you now. Watch.
Thank you.
But really, me and Cristiano, we're going to help the Canadian group to do all the stuff. So if they need, we can support. So
you.
if you put like this,
you also have okay.
Wait, because it's a little bit slow.
Okay, you also shown at the beginning beginning of your presentation. You also shown a figure which is, I think, Edgar or something like that.
Here this is the government. Then you go to search SEC and then maybe Canada, for example.
Okay.
I don't know how it is. Then you go here and it will appear the Edgar search and search for company or search of Edgar. Okay, here is Edgar on Edgar. Edgar is the search. Okay, here you have Canada. You see, immediately found.
Yes.
Canada is under the control of United States. Watch.
What does Edgar stands for?
Edgar is the search engine of the Security and Exchange Commission. Yeah,
okay.
Edgar.
Okay.
I don't know. It means something, but I don't know.
No problem. I understand though. I understand what you're saying.
I don't remember, but you can find. Anyway, here you have Canada. Watch Canada. Foreign government. In the face. Fluff.
Okay. But yes, but and the number 2 of affidavit, they are paragraph which tells about the constitution of the countries.
Okay, but I will not. It's better to take the documents and watch it in the face, you know. So I cannot talk about like this. I don't. And so
maybe another Another
in
Zoom.
another Zoom, we're going to see the documents
Sure.
in deep. Anyone read it, and we used to read also. We do sessions of reading. For example, in Argentina, we still do small groups for reading the documents because it's multidimensional documents. Really, some documents are really, really powerful.
Yes.
So yes. So that's the.
So when it says foreign governments.
Foreign governments means that it's a government. They tell you that this is supposedly government, that they are under the control of the United States.
But this is
this is the code. This is a code. This is an extra code for foreign governments.
For corporations, though. So what does it? Is still a corporation that is being used as a government? Is that what it says? It has that is the face of. That's what it tells you what the face of is. It's not a business. It's being used as a government, as a foreign government.
Yeah. It's a business, but it's a category of business.
I get it. I get it.
Yes, so they have few categories. If you see, they have this SEC code, and you will see SIC code. You will see anyone. There's different categories like food, technology, foreign governments. It's another category, like a kind of business.
Yes, I get it. Yes, this is technology, this is spiritual, this is religious, for example. This is government thing.
Exactly.
It's a category.
They are playing. They're playing with the stuff. They're playing.
Yeah, let's play with them. No problem. We get the power now. Thank you.
Exactly. So I say you goodbye to anyone. See you soon. See you Saturday.
To add. The power is inside us.
Exactly. We have the power inside us. So we have to.
Our consciousness, and this is the power.
Exactly.
It's Captain Planet. You remember Captain Planet? When your powers combine, I am Captain Planet. Because all together, we are the power. Do you remember Captain Planet? I don't know. It was an American cartoon. It was earth, water, wind, fire, and heart. And there was 5 kids with the rings. Combined, they were the I am Captain Planet. That's what he was saying.
So they are telling us the truth through the movies, through the cartoons, through they give us the truth, because this is this is the law, the galactic or the universal law. They need to tell us what they're planning to do to us.
Exactly.
Yes.
They have to tell you the truth.
When we are so surprised, they would always tell, look, we did tell you.
Exactly. But you didn't believe because it's a movie, it's a cartoon, it's a stupid thing. And you think, it's just
for example, for example, the Avatar movie and the Matrix movie, that's not a movie, that's documentary.
Exactly. It's a documentary. Yes, it's
Yes.
Yeah. Now then the fourth calls Resurrection.
Yes, the new one, yes. Yes. The fourth one, yes.
Yeah,
yes. And, so we're going back to the Matrix, we're going back to the beginning. Yes, we're going back because we need to fight it.
Exactly. Spanish tutor. Thank you. Want to say something? Spanish tutor.
Yes. Can you hear me well? Yeah.
Yes.
Very well. Thank you.
Yeah. I would like to thank you, Alejandro. I'm from Spain, and I'm living in Greece at this time.
Well, whereabouts in Greece? Corfu, get here. Everybody's Spiros there. In Corfu, I am Spiros. My name is Spiros. And in Corfu, I know that it's a very popular name there. Spiros.
Oh, yeah.
It's a popular name in
Corfu. I've been in touch with the group OPPT in Greece as well. So I would like to thank you, Alejandro, with all this help. I'm very glad to have, to be in this kind of energy. And I've been 1 month right now in OPPT. And I won't call it OPPT. I will call it more like I am. because without I am, we cannot do anything.
One people.
I am is the anchor. I am is the anchor.
I would say
And everything
we is. Actually, we
yes.
is.
Yes, correct.
We is.
We
No,
is
not just
better
I am.
for me.
Yes. We is better.
Knowledge is knowledge. We can have all these documents. We can know, but this is mental, you know. Once we connect with I am, everything flows. And from this energy, we can speak with authorities, we can send emails, and that's the we is. It's like a heartbeat.
Need to understand our power.
Yes. So this is from my side. I would like to share with you this. This is very important because if not, it's not possible. If we, just I want to say that yesterday I went to the police in Corfu because I said I need to speak. And I felt very, very calm and connected with this anchor of I am. I could speak with them. And when we feel this energy, the other people can feel it as well. So we can be firm, but also loving. Yes. And I spoke with them as I'm speaking with you right now. They were listening to me, but they cannot say anything because they are working for the corporation.
Exactly.
What they want to say. You see, they cannot say anything. But they were listening with me. I showed them the military order and just sit. And after that, when I finished, I said, I'm a living woman in honor, without prejudice. Bye-bye. Like this.
Excellent, excellent.
You made your statement. So you went there, you made your statement. Very good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you all. Good night. Good night.
Was a great
meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you on Saturday. See you on Saturday who can.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you, Toti. Thank you.
Good night, Alejandro. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Renata. Good night.
Bye bye.
Hasta luego.